very exciting day today at Narrowboat Farm because the 16th of February 2019 and our seeds have arrived for the season, which means today is the first day of the growing season because I'm going to be planting the first seeds in the seed trays. I'm going to take you through that in this vlog, but also before we do that I'm going to take you on a little tour of Narrowboat Farm and show you how we're laying the place out for 2019. 2019 sees quite a big expansion for Narrowboat Farm. Indeed, we've got another grower coming on board to work with us this year, so we're going to see a load more vegetables coming out of the field. In 2018 we really only grew in 2 of the blocks and the polytunnel, but for 2019 this whole veg block here is going to be opened up, so we're going to have 8 growing blocks rather than the 2 that we had in 2018. Also, in terms of the layout of Narrowboat Farm, we've got this forest garden area that we're going to be establishing in the winter. Behind me is the area that's going to be turned into the forest garden, starting off with planting some of the bigger tree species this year. I'll do a full vlog video about that, but a forest garden is essentially an edible woodland, so it is a way of growing food in a slightly unproductive way, but it mimics nature, and what it also does is create a lot of good wildlife habitats, which is really important to us here. The other kind of non-productive area at Narrowboat Farm is the canal gardens. So this is to do with the other part of the project, which is to create some community-owned canal boat moorings. The main growing area for Narrowboat Farm has been expanded. We started off by ploughing this area in the autumn. Now, unfortunately, to be fair, we didn't really do a great job of the ploughing, and it hasn't really turned over the soil properly to kill off the grass, so we're going to have to do a bit of a job on that. You can see the difference between the area that was under weed suppressant matting for the pumpkins last year and the area that we ploughed over that hasn't had that weed suppression. So for 2019 we're going to be growing a lot of things through weed fabric to try and make sure we can kill off this grass. Last year I didn't sow any seeds until the beast from the east hit, and that was the I think it was the 1st of March. I was in this very spot here with about a 5-foot drift of snow up the side of the shed, but we've looked at the forecast and the next 2 weeks is looking quite mild, so we've just decided to go for it. Quite often at this time of year I see various photographs from other market gardens, other growers of the first seeds going in the tray, and you have that panic. Make sure you get the seeds ordered. So we've got about 50,000 seeds in from Tamar, who are organic seed producers, and this is the first ones going in for the season. Concentrating on the polytunnel seeds because that's the first stuff that's going to get planted out, the first stuff that's going to be out there. Plus these are plants, the tomatoes, the cucumbers and the chilies, they're actually going to spend quite a lot of time in these trays before getting planted out, so it's important to try and get these started early. Getting these started on a heated bench as well that we built, and that means that they should hopefully get to that nice kind of 20-degree heat here in the greenhouse. With the soil temperature up to about 20 degrees, it means they should germinate no bother. These seeds that I got from Tamar Organics last year, I ended up sowing about 50% more than I needed because I wanted to make sure that if there wasn't good germination I didn't waste all of that time. But they pretty much had about maybe 99% germination, so this year I'm being a lot less cautious and just putting in pretty much just what I need, maybe 4 or 5 more. So I'm going to have 25 of each of these tomato plants, so I'm putting 32 seeds into the trays here. I don't have a particularly efficient system for doing this. I just fire them in one by one and then squish them in with my hands just to only a few millimeters below the surface, but it seemed to work. And although we're going to be growing a lot more this year, I haven't really bothered with getting some crazy efficient vacuum seeder or anything like that. This is always the most enjoyable part. For me it's the parts that aren't enjoyable that I want to speed up, not this bit. So, you know, I'm here in the greenhouse and the 18.8 degrees is pretty nice on a day outside where it's probably half of that. So that's the first seeds of 2019 sown, 16th of February 2019, and it begins. Thanks a lot for watching again. If you want to subscribe, we really appreciate that, and share it with people you think would be interested in this as well. Throughout the year, we're going to be going from these seeds right the way through the process to harvest and selling them as well. So stick with us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next vlog.